What is up, Bomb Squad? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. Today is the day. It is a little bit early. My buddy Gene is hiding back behind the truck. He's over there. I'll introduce him to you guys. We already got some donuts, and we have a special vehicle here today. Cain is not here yet. Him and his father are sleeping in, as they should. So my buddy Gene and I, say hi to everybody. Gene.
Hello.
Gene and I are going to get started on the Holley Terminator X Max install, courtesy of Holley. So thank you very much, Holley. Thank you to everybody that is on board. And then what we will do today is we're not doing a step-by-step per se, but we're going to show you and follow along on the install of this video. And then what I would like to do, though, is I've done a couple of these, so I will give you the tips as we go when we put this in, for those of you that are not familiar with the system. So that way there's some things you can avoid, hopefully, so you don't go down struggle street. And then, heaven forbid, we have any problems trying to get it fired off or whatever, we will troubleshoot together, because I know that is a big problem when you're new to EFI stuff. There's certain things to look for. So we'll go over those kind of as they pop up as we go along. But the vehicle we're looking at is a, do you know what year the Apache is?
59.
So it's a 59 Apache, but it is on a Trailblazer SS chassis. So it is a custom design. They have a wheelchair ramp that goes here for access for Cain's wheelchair. They have the custom flatbed action going on. Look at that. We got his signature Turbo Cain sticker, and then everything on the inside. So that is the culprit that needs to leave. And I don't know how excited I am to get into the vehicle and see what other magical pieces of wiring and things are in there. But the goal is to take the stock stuff out, replace it with the Holley, get it running, so we can get it on over to my boy KP Fab and Tune and get this thing lined out tune-wise. But first, we got to get it running. So, you ready to get rolling?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Woo! So, we gave this to them early. They wanted to put their touches on it, so big shout out to Warr Performance. And this is what we're working with. So, he did throw the stock computer in. It did not run as well as I think he had hoped, so they did not make the event they were trying to go to, but we're going to sort that out today. So I think the first things first is to get all the old stuff off. Oh, is this thing kind of attached? Yeah, we're going to have to,
We'll fix that.
we're going to have to fix stuff and maybe ignore a little of the other stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately it was running, so we should run again. But here's some tips. I mean, just going over and looking at this thing. So you guys see these things, these grounds here? Your engine, your AFI is real particular on the grounds, so you want to do a better job. So we are going to fix the engine grounds and such, and then it looks like he's got a couple on both sides to make sure this thing grounds properly. Also keeping everything over here clean, maybe having this grounded if you need, so your charges properly. And there's a couple other important ones on the back that we'll get to. But just eyeballing this thing, you know, you see some self-tappers and some yellow guys on the ends of it. Those are things that we will address as we go. But, all right, let's start tearing this thing apart. Look, it's already started taking itself apart, dude.
Yeah.
There it is. The old rat's nest. Not gonna need that anymore. Go put that in the bin, dude.
That's where that belongs.
Yeah. All right. We will go get the boxes of stuff. We're going to get a plan of attack, but we got everything cleaned out, and then we kept track of what was what. There's a few wires and things that we're going to replace and kind of clean up. But for the most part, look at how much cleaner this engine bay is. We're going to try to do a good job of keeping it looking nice and clean as well. So, coming in hot. All right. So for those of you that have not followed along, we surprised Fernando and Cain with some products from Holley EFI. So thank you, big shout out to Holley EFI. So I want to share with you guys what we got. We have the Terminator X Max with the 3-inch color touchscreen. And then Gene and myself, he didn't want to be mentioned, but we went ahead and splurged and got the screen because this is going to make life a lot easier. The 3.5 inch display is fantastic. It is a little small, but it will get you there. You are fine. But if you can afford it, these are really nice to have. They add some extra features, as you guys will see. Plus it makes it nice and visible and he can display all his stuff. With that being said, we went a little above on this because we knew we got the 7-inch dash, so we've got a blank piece here. We're going to cut and make it fit hopefully on the back side, so that's a nice clean install for the dash. And then to keep everything isolated and separate, we're going to run this Leash Electronics Pro Relay, so that way we can have one power feed and then we can feed all the power coming out, and it isolates the ECU and everything. So if we have any issues, anything, and Fernando wants to get all froggy and say, you guys screwed my truck up, I know where to look. Or if Gene's working on it, he knows where to look for the power on all the issues. So we keep it, like I said, isolated. Engine, and then the body stuff on this is separate. Headlights, all that stuff, we are not responsible or liable for that, at least yet, but we're trying to get it running today. So this is what we're going to use to install it. Another quick goodie that I will share with you guys is a couple things. The USB can harness. This is going to help you tune it. You can do stuff through the 3.5 inch, but if you're experienced, you want to use your laptop, makes life easier. This was also supplied by Holley, so thank you to Holley. We've got some plug and play goodies from my boy Matt Apple over at Sloppy Mechanics. I can't pull it out one-handed, we're having troubles, but this is a flex fuel, plug and play flex fuel. So this is awesome. This truck already has the flex fuel sensor and everything installed, so this will make quick work of that. Get it plugged in so the Holley will be reading it. And there's one last thing. Oh, this, I didn't open it. This is from Jeffery Mink. So the Holley 7-inch dash needs a little harness so you can interface with it. So big shout out to Jeffery Mink. He makes this, and then it comes unterminated, and it comes with the wires. So it's color to pin. So it's a little teeny guy. Again, you can find him on Facebook, so shout out to Jeffrey for being a part of this. So this will plug into that, and this will give us our gas gauge, because without that, you can't get gas gauge into the Holley screen. So awesome. And then last but not least, obviously we had that beautiful throttle body for Warr Performance that is on there. And all right, how's it going, Gene?
It's going pretty good. I got all the injectors wired. I have the throttle body, IEC, TPS, the coolant temp sensor, fuel pressure sensor. We're gonna have to make a little extension. It's back on the firewall,
which is not where it should be.
Right.
Cain and Fernando, that's not legal for racing.
So we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, either we can just put a transducer in here, or like I said, we'll figure it out. Technically, we can make a standoff. I don't know how that works. Yeah. How does it? Well, we won't worry about NHRA right now, but we will probably run that. But the thing that I did want to say is, look at how nice and tidy this is. This is majority of the stuff ready to rock and roll, as with that bundle of crap that we pulled out of here.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of that run, so we're making good progress. And then I'll share with you guys, I'm working on making the mount for the ECU. So I'm making some little standoffs and some little tabs. And then what we decided to do is pull their carpet up, and then I'm going to mount the ECU under the seat. We'll run the wires along on this side up underneath. So Fernando did mention, when Cain gets excited, he starts kicking around, there won't be an ECU for him to kick. And then this will all be under the carpet, and then the ECU will be protected under the seat. I'll make a little riser. So that's what I'm working on. We'll keep on rolling. She's still a little warm, but I got a little standoff welded up. That'll allow me to bolt the computer down. It'll give it an air gap so it can cool, because it is under a seat, and then we can bolt it through to the floor. So let's cool off for a minute. We'll make holes in the floor pan for this, put the ECU on it, slap it in place, and then we are good to go. This should go underneath. All right, so we got this zipped down, and then we will route that a little bit better. Obviously, we'll put the carpet back and all that, but we need to leave it loose so you finish all the wiring. It goes up and through over here. Like I said, we'll tidy it and tuck it up over here, so nobody's stepping on it, getting in and out and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I think that'll work out good. All right, Holley gives you a generous amount, and then it has an adapter for these Bosch O2 sensors. So there's a lot of length, and we could pick and put this anywhere we want, but you need to look in the instructions, and this has a factory style exhaust. So this is actually a pretty good mounting position, right? You want it on the top of the pipe, you don't want moisture getting to it, you don't really want to mount it sideways. We're on top, and then we're kind of at an angle, and then this is in the stream. It's within, X amount of inches, 12 of the exit. So we're gonna pick and put it here. It's already simple and done for me. If you were doing this, they do provide you with a bung. So you'd have to pick a spot on your exhaust. Again, you want to be up top, not on bottom or off to the side, and you want to angle it just a bit. So this should be perfect. We are plugging in the Flex Fuel plug and play. It's like a 3-in-1, I think. So it actually has the Flex Fuel and it has the alternator plug built into it. So this is from my boy Happel over at Sloppy Mechanics. You can find these on his website, and he gives us plenty. We're hoping we have enough because of where we put the computer. It's a little far back, but it looks like we have plenty of length on this thing, hopefully, to make it work. So he's gonna continue routing that. He finished up on the dash, and then I'm letting this thing cool down. I just stitched on some little mounts to hold the screen, and then when it cools off, I'll show you guys, but this is basically the bezel, so the screen mounts to the back of this, and then that takes up the bezel portion for the stock screen. So made some boogers. It's still hot. He's working on that, and then I've got the O2 sensor and all the transmission stuff underneath. We got the hole made for the transmission harness to go through, so it worked out perfectly, and then we grommeted that thing with a little piece of plastic. So we're rolling. We'll see if we can get that routed, and then the next thing is to plug in any of the canned stuff, like this 7-inch dash. So we'll let that cool off, make sure we have enough length for all this fun stuff. So we're still plugging things in, but we're getting pretty close, man. Okay, so this is our wire coming through for the Flex, and this is cool, man. On your Terminator X, you have this plug, right? This is 12 volt, 5 volt ground and clean ground. That's what these 4 wires represent. Well, he's already got it set up. You unplug this part, plug it into here, boop. That powers it, does all the things it should do. So now you've got your alternator on keyed power, you've got power to your Flex, all that fun stuff, and then it's labeled right here. Look at that, Flex Holley input. What's rad about that is that goes here. Now this is your I/O, your inputs, outputs. So you find your input to go to this, and then you just jump it from here right to there. So everything is all in the same area. This makes it super friendly, super easy. Big shout out to Happel. Go get you one of these if you want to do Flex Fuel and you want to do it easy. Go check that out. All right, we traced the fuel pump wiring back just to make sure everything was kosher. Found a couple wire nuts and things that we don't like all that much, and then I need to run this sender unit signal, right, and the ground, so those weren't hooked up either. So looks like this was recently replaced, just not done very well, so we will take care of that and address it, make sure it's nice and safe and good to go. And I will run a new wire for the fuel level sender into the cab. So we'll get this all knocked out, and then Gene is mounting a little screen, and then he's also pulling out there's a wire over there for the starter, and then he's getting the relay board mounted up in there. So we're making progress, we're killing it. But yeah, this is the stuff that you gotta knock out, and you gotta make sure it's good, so that when you go and hit the key and you want to go have fun, you don't have problems later on. All right, we are good on this. So we've got the ground for the fuel sender, ground for the fuel pump. I welded a little stainless guy on. This thing clamps in. I don't like that, so we know we have a good solid ground here with both of those. And then the gray wire is the sending unit. So we're gonna run that underneath all the way up into the cab for the screen. And that guy is plugged in, and we rock and roll. So we're done with that. No more of this stuff. Feel much better about life with that. All right, well, we have succeeded in making a mess for sure. We got a bunch of stuff checked off the list. I would say the install is going well. Everything is nice and tidy. It's looking great. We've had a bit more fab than you normally would, depending, because unless you're putting a dash in, all those other things, and those are bridges that you would have to cross as well. But we have a short list of stuff that we still need to go through. We're going to check off, but we're going to enjoy each other's company. He's from Bakersfield, so he's a little ways away. He came out of his way to come and hang out and help me do this. So I'm going to treat him to some gourmet pizza that we're going to order and have delivered, and kind of hang out and enjoy the rest of the evening, and then he'll be back early in the morning. And then for you guys, it's just going to be a split second, because we're going to jump to tomorrow right now. So we're going to see you guys tomorrow. We're going to keep after this thing, hopefully get this thing running.
Day 2.
Morning, dude. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
The man of the hour has arrived. Oh, what'd you bring?
Fuse, so that we can have a fuse in between the main battery and the inside power and the Holley.
Okay.
So that way it's not protected.
Cool. Well, he is here. We're gonna get some coffee, then we'll get ready to go. We'll bring you guys back. But I've already looked at a few things and kind of decided what we're gonna do. We'll go over with Gene, and then we'll bring you guys back when we do some fun with wiring. Yay! Got an oil pressure sensor in because he didn't have one, so that is plugged in and run to the Holley. And then I had to undo the loom a little bit and then pull this back a bit. This is for our fuel pressure, and we gave him a fuel pressure, and then we put that inline here, courtesy of Warr Performance. This is a little inline AN fitting, so it just makes quick work of that, so you don't have to figure out how to put that in there. You just thread this in, put that in there, and life is good. So that is all done, and then I am moving on to the fan grounds. So they had a self-tapper that went to the frame, and that was the engine block ground, and then they had the fan going to it. So what I like to do on these is I'll clean this off real good, and then I'm going to weld a little stainless, Allen head. We'll obviously clean that off to the frame, and then that gives us a nice mounting point to grab that. I don't know if we'll go there. We'll see where we can get the thing and kind of clean it up, but we're going to do that, and I'll work on grounds for both sides and clean these off for the fans. And then Gene is inside still working on the main power. Checking with Gene, he got a bunch of stuff tied up over here. So we got the little relay panel in, main power coming through. That all goes across and then out. And we got all this bundled. Holley, I/O, all that stuff is wired in. And then they had a junky junction, or junky junction, if that's a term. So we are handling that. So coming from the key and the main power going that way, so it's safe, because we don't want stuff like this flopping around the truck. So he's taking care of that. I've got the fan harness in and done. So we got the new ground. This is ground for the block too, and then it comes across and then up and over to the single plug, and then we don't have the grounds going off in La La Land. We ran this over to the other side, so nice and clean, kept it up and away from the fans. This will probably get a different fan setup in the future, but this should work perfectly for what we're doing right now. So that is all in and done. Gene's doing that, and then I'm going to turn my attention, I think, to some sort of intake. He has the cone, but I don't know if it fits this, and then I don't think we have an elbow. So I'm going to go look at that and keep rolling, and then Gene is going to wire the dash in, and we're going to put that in. So when we put that 7-inch in, I'll show you guys, because that thing is looking pretty awesome. That thing is looking fantastic. He's wrapping up some stuff under the dash, and then I'm over here. I mounted a big fuse blade to the box, so we have a fuse to the actual power going in the truck, so they didn't have anything. That side goes down to the starter, and then I'll run the Holley directly to the battery. I had to make a new cable to go around to that. So we kind of had the hodgepodge going on, so we're working with what we got. And I have to run the ground. This is a ground for the relay block inside. So there's a ground point back there. Instead of making more of a mess with these guys, I'll go to that ground back there for this, for the relay. And then Holley will go directly to the battery. So working on that, we're getting pretty freaking darn close, man. So this thing is looking good, but a little bit more. All right, well, what do you think?
Long day, finally ready.
Long 2 days, really.
Yeah.
So we've got everything covered as far as we can tell. You know, there's some things to still address. If when he wants to go drag racing, you know, he needs to move that. We did put this back and kind of fixed it. We fixed some of the other wiring. We fixed the fan shroud wiring. We put the IA intake air temperature in here because we don't have the intake tube, so that skips it. We can put the filter there. And then hopefully he can spray paint the boogers on it or something. But for the most part, I think everything that we did was an improvement. Would you say, yeah?
Yeah. Definitely.
So
Huge.
I'm happy with it. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the effort put in. But now is the real test, because we're gonna hit the key, see if things kind of light up, and then we'll run the wizard. And all we're gonna do is do the wizard and try to get it to do a startup tune. This thing is going out for a tune to my buddy KP Fab and Tune. He knows it's coming, but we have to get it running and all that first before he can even work his magic. And Holley should be easy. We should do the little Game Boy tune on the screen. It should fire off. So you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh. There it is. Look at it. It's already ready for the Game Boy tune. This thing should probably complain to me because it's new. We'll have to set up all the firmware and everything. And then before I do the tune, everything's in here, everything's wired. We even have the USB cable. We're gonna go, like I said, with the wizard, but I'm gonna plug this screen and make sure everything goes well, and then we can plug it back in if we get the truck running. So, shut it off real quick. We will do that. We'll bring you back for the Game Boy tune-up, and then we're gonna hit the key, or the button. I guess the button start, huh?
It's a button on this, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll hit the button. Let's see if it works. So keep your fingers crossed. So we did our Game Boy tune. Operation complete. Says to cycle the key.
Fuel pump turned on.
Yep, that's because we have a tune in it. I mean, that is pretty much it, my friend. Well, let's see. I know, I'll make sure my foot's on the brake.
And we'll both go for a ride. Your fuel ratio, did you plug in the O2?
Come on, Betsy. Running.
It's alive.
Not too bad. Game Boy tune.
Yeah.
Hits the buttons. Our air fuel is still super lean, but yeah, man, that's awesome. All right, we'll play with it a bit. We'll see if we can get it to run somewhat decent. We'll fire it off. We'll show you guys, but I'm stoked on it. All that's left to do now is to have Cain and his dad come over and let them push the button, fire this thing off, and see how stoked they are. So that's a wrap. I'll bring you guys back when they are here. Hopefully I can kind of work out the bugs a little bit so that way they can go around the block or whatever. But big shout out and huge thank you to Gene. He's got a long drive home, so we're actually just gonna clean up, call it a day. We've been at it all weekend, dude. It's been a long weekend, so we'll clean up. I'll bring this video back when Cain and his dad swing by for the first time and they get to hit the button and fire this thing off on the Holley. So I'm super stoked. Thank you to everybody that has helped. Holley, Warr Performance, Matt Happel, you guys are awesome. Joey Fink, I believe it was, he donated the cable for the 7-inch dash. That was awesome. And anybody else, anybody I missed, you guys have been fantastic. So we're gonna clean up. Say goodbye, Gene. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Where can they find you on? Are you on Instagram?
I am, I think it's Gene_Paisano. Gene_Paisano on Instagram.
Okay, and he's got some cool projects. He has a couple different cars, and he actually, I met him because he had a Chevelle. Although he got rid of it.
Yeah, my brother has it now, 65 Chevelle.
Yeah, but he has some other cool stuff, and he's going to be doing some drag and drive stuff, so hopefully you'll see him out there with me too. So that is it. Let's bring him back with Cain and his dad. Thank you very much, Gene. Till next time, man. Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Fernando?
Mr. Dane.
How you doing, brother?
Good yourself?
Good. So no Cain today. You had to go to school, huh?
Yeah, that thing there, and he didn't want to compromise. He didn't know. Like, I didn't tell him about that truck he was ready and everything. Because he was very happy to go to show off his wheelchair and stuff. So I was like, this is going to be a rough morning. But I was like, I'd rather have him do one thing and then, You know?
Yeah. So I figure what we'll do is you're gonna surprise him because by the time he gets home, you should have it there.
Yeah.
So just film his reaction.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because we all want to. That's what we all came to see. So,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That
He's
guy,
trying to surprise him and it backfired. So sometimes it's better just.
But you know what? I'm gonna take it to car wash and set it somewhere and just have him take the surprise. You know.
Okay. Well, you figure that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on. Let's see what you got.
I'm very excited about this. I feel like I'm getting like a brand new truck or something.
It's your truck, dude. You can open the hood.
Okay. I didn't know what we were doing. I thought you were gonna tell me something. Oh, it's a lot less stuff here.
Yeah,
man.
junk. No more junk, dude.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Where all the stuff went?
you don't need it.
Yeah, I know.
So, Gene and I put a lot of effort in.
I know. I really
we
appreciate
didn't just put the Holley in and go, oh, that's good enough, right? So anything we saw that we didn't like, we just fixed it.
Oh, this is new.
Oh yeah. So you got battery cables. You have fuses.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh yeah. We redid the fan harness. That was all junk. We put new grounds in. You can see where I welded on the frame, put the grounds in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we tightened up the throttle cable, made sure that was good. I put the IAT in your manifold because your pipe didn't work. But we can, if you get material, we can make you another, intake. So this is in there. We can move the location later, but yeah. So that way it runs
You fixed this too, because I had it all janky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
So you can come on. Actually, go around that side and open the door. And then if you look down under the bench seat, just look down underneath. Just squat down. You can see under the seat.
Oh, the whole thing is there.
Yeah. So I made a mount.
Wow, it looks so neat and just perfect there.
Mm-hmm.
No more stuff here.
No.
You fix a lot of things here.
Yeah, we fixed all of it, dude. And if you look inside, there's a relay board up there. That's
wow.
Yeah. So that's for all of your EFI, and I believe it. I don't know what you had for fuses on the other side, but Gene wrapped that stuff up.
Yeah, I put the.
Yep.
Wow.
And then you go around the driver's side and you go check out the everything else.
Oh man, the screen. Oh wow. Oh, look at the screen. And this thing.
Yep. So this is your 3.5 inch. This is where you data log and all that stuff. I'll show you. You don't really need to. Your USB cable, I tucked it underneath, so when KP does his tune, he can get it there. And then your dash, I'll have to give you a rundown on the dash, but you can customize the hell out of it. I have it set up for all the gauges that I just wanted to see, but you can really get in there and play with it and tweak it to whatever you to your liking. I just set it up so that way it's easy for now. Yeah.
This looks so good, man. And wow.
All right, we'll turn the key. So let's see what happens. And then it's the same button over here. You just hit the button.
Right away.
Yeah, it takes a minute for the screen to come up, but the screen will come up.
Oh, it's on?
Yeah. We're just glare from the sun.
Wow, man.
Do you notice what you have over here? On the very end?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Oh, gas gauge. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Cain's gonna love this.
And the speedometer.
Wow.
And turn the blinker on.
Yep.
It shows up on the dash for your blinkers.
Yeah.
So that's all extra stuff that we hooked up.
I know. Wow.
So Jeffery Mink supplied the harness for that, so he sponsored you guys. So big shout out to him.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. That is awesome. I didn't even know that could happen.
Yep. Solid stuff now.
Wow.
Because you left me with no fuel in this. I did run out trying to come around and test drive it.
I didn't have a gas gauge, so
I know. And you didn't have any, by the way. So I ran out and it sputtered, but I got it back home. Yeah. So
Oh crap.
So we're low now for test driving it.
You test it out.
So we need to go probably get gas.
Oh, man, it feels like you even put more power in it for some reason.
Well, that's because it runs properly, Fernando.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Holley took care of a lot of that. Apple hooked you up with the mail order tune to get us rolling. All the E85, awesome. It's all flexible. You can run whatever fuel you want. Awesome. It is on E85 now.
Yeah.
It's seeing all the 85, so I think what we can do now is we'll button the hatch down and we'll jump in and I'll go with you. We can take a ride over to the local station.
All right, let's go.
Put some E85 in, so.
Let's go.
All right. All right, so what do you think so far?
Awesome, dude. Awesome. These details is just, I'm so grateful, dude. Like you brought the truck back to the way we always like dream. Like,
yeah.
Cain always dream about the Holley. I'm gonna tell you something. He always was wondering where we're gonna put this thing, the little screen.
Oh yeah.
He always like picking places, and then I'm like, just wait. But he always like ambitioned this, and now he's seeing himself already at Holley Ellis Fest.
Oh, he's already planning.
Oh, he in his mind, he's not even worried about Christmas or nothing. It's Holley Ellis Fest.
Yeah.
And he already has a list of things that I need to order to get the truck going. Like he doesn't care about nothing right now. Just Holley and driving the truck around, showing it to everybody.
Well,
again.
I'm bummed he's not here, and we're all probably bummed. But I'm glad that you didn't say anything. So he's still going to be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
So as long as you got to film it, so I don't know if somebody helps you, but that's all that matters is that he's stoked on the whole thing.
I was trying to give him a surprise by bringing him in the morning, but then yesterday he gave me a surprise. He's been waiting for this trip. They're gonna go to school. He's gonna go they're gonna go somewhere outside of school, and he's gonna show off in his wheelchair, the power wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do all these things. I was like, oh man. And I asked him, dude, I have a surprise for you. Can you? He's like, no, there's no way. They're waiting for me. So I was like, oh man. So you know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, but now you can take it home and detail it, and
yeah.
I think it works. Yeah. I also noticed too that it was lacking a sticker, so I made you a sticker over here.
Hell yeah.
Putting the flex fuel sensor to work.
Not a bad price, I tell you.
Yeah. So that plug and play sensor worked awesome, and that's from Apple. Look at it. And then the fun part when we get in is we can see if the gas gauge registers.
Oh yeah. Wow, I have a gas gauge now.
Yeah.
Man, no more worries, no more counting the miles, no more.
You can set the odometer and all that stuff up too. It'll do all that.
Really?
Yeah. You can. It takes a long time. I'll kind of, like I said, I'll walk you through. But you'll sit there. You're gonna want to play with it for hours. But
I know. but I'm so happy to have a gas gauge on this thing. We had a couple, scares. Like we ran out of gas like a couple blocks away from a gas station once and stuff. And Cain's always like thinking, when was the last time we put gas in it? I'm like,
yeah, the anxiety. It sucks to wonder.
But
Yeah.
he's so happy to put flex fuel now.
Yeah.
Like every time we go to gas station,
Yeah.
you know.
But if they don't have it, like I said, you can put anything in there.
Oh, he
and
doesn't
it'll
want
run.
to.
No, 87, 91, whatever you got.
Yeah. The 85's been like, all the videos from Matt Apple and stuff, He wants to have the sloppy mechanic combo. The 85, the Holley, all those things. And now he's like, we have it.
Yeah.
We're missing just one thing.
Oh, the turbo? We'll get there, baby steps.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then I know he's gonna bug me about the fans. We'll get there too, but
I told him.
you got some upgrades to do still, so you're not out of the woods. But at least it's drivable, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it.
Driving this thing home today, just awesome, dude. Awesome. I'm just gonna fill it up.
Look at that.
Have all the E85.
All right, we'll grab you. We'll get back home. We'll wrap this up, send him on his way. And I can't thank you guys for watching enough, so stick with me. We'll say goodbye to him, and then I'm gonna cut in Cain's response when his dad sends me that later when he gets home, so I'm pretty stoked on it. All right, well, safe travels. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. You and Ian, Holley, dude, you're gonna make a kid really, really happy this morning.
Yeah, Warr Performance, everybody involved. Yeah, they all killed it. And then, so the next time we see you, we're gonna be at the dyno. So we'll get together with KP. I know we already set some time aside. We'll have to figure it all out.
Yeah.
But we'll film that whole event and see what he does and see what kind of power this thing lays down. And that's it, man. And then the next step's Holley LS Fest West, right?
For sure. For sure. Believe me, Cain's been waiting for this.
Yeah. All right. We'll get home and surprise and go clean this thing up.
All right, man.
I'm gonna watch you leave. Hey, there's a driveway warranty, by the way, too. So as soon as your front tires clear that driveway.
All right. You're talking like a real professional mechanic. All right, man. Thank you.
As long as we make it through the warranty period, which is about 2 more seconds. All right, we're good. We are in the clear. It's not burnout ready. It will be after the dyno though. Have a good one.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. What do you think? No, I need words. I need words. What do you think? Huh? Thank you, Dane. Truck is back. Do you want to see the screens? Go back so we can see the strings. I like that shirt too. You didn't expect this, huh? Oh, hold on. Look at the screens. Look at the screen.
Wow.
You want to see how he turns on?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you like it? Let's hear it. Oh, look at this. What do you think?
Wow.
Want to hear it?
Yeah. Wow. What happened? At home.
How you feel?
Happy.
There he is.
Rolling through the streets, yeah, I'm the king of the block. Got that dragon dry style, make your whole city rock. Malibu gangster, when a touch of finesse. I'm burning rubber, raising hell, feel the heat, no stress. Turbo LS, under the hood, I'm moving quick. Nicky tires grip the road, make them stick like a trick. She sloppy too, we got a hit in 08. In the Warr Performance parts all over the place. The bomb squad's on the scene, you two's gon'